Still, in the sphere of law and wisdom, many people are only concerned with whether something is halal before they eat, earn, or consume anything. But very few people stop to ask whether it is actually tayyib. But Islam speaks to both. Laws are there to act as boundaries, and tayyib is there to focus on the quality, the health of the heart, and the beauty that was meant to shape the law altogether. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells people and commands them to consume, there is always something that He pairs the consumption with. He says, Ya ayyuhan nasu kulu mimma fil ardi halalan tayyiba. O people, consume from what is on earth something that is halal and tayyib. When you look at the dynamics of language that are applied here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say, Ya ayyuhan nasu kulu mimma fil ardi halalan wa tayyiban. He did not separate halal and tayyib. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did, He put them together. It's like one is a description of the other. So in simple terms, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was commanding people to consume halal that is tayyib. So a big question comes here now, is there anything that is halal and it is not tayyib? And the answer is clear, and it is yes. Take an example of a patient of diabetes. Sugar is something that is halal, and the fiqh ruling has already been set for sugar. But in his particular circumstance, sugar, even though it is halal, it is not tayyib for their health. So it becomes a point where it is not only a matter of asking whether something is halal, but you are supposed to move to the next level of asking whether it is tayyib. This is the middle understanding of the two things in halal and tayyib. So if any engagement, any earning, any consumption is only about whether it is halal, you are losing the actual part that is going to add beauty to your consumption, to your earning, or to your engagement. And that is the piece of tayyib that you are leaving out. So before you ask or before you engage in something just because it is halal, it is important for you to know whether it is tayyib. Something can be halal. Luxury is halal. You can be in a luxurious home. You can live a luxurious life. But truth of the matter is that luxury might not be tayyib for your spiritual health. It is important to strike that balance such that we live in a harmonious way, to the extent that we do not spread bitterness of religion to people simply because we are living out the concept of being tayyib that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts together and describes halal with. So before we consume anything, on top of the question whether it is halal, the next thing has to be, is it tayyib? Because that is the perfect balance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala requires us to look in before we consume. And we are supposed to do that because we are the middle nation.